Oh, good afternoon. This is Patrick Bradley, and I am here with my COVID-19 life insurance expert, Stefan Bruegel. Good afternoon,
Hello,
Stefan.
Patrick.
So today we want to talk about some of the changes that are going in the underwriting for life insurance. And this is being recorded on Friday afternoon, May 22nd. And the reason why I want to post-date this recording is because if you happen to be listening to this a week from today, some of the things that we are talking about are bound to have changed. So Stefan, why don't we just kick it off and you can explain to us what are some of the life insurance changes that you are experiencing at the moment?
Yeah, thank you, Patrick. There are two things that force the life insurance industry to adjust rapidly. One of them, as we discussed in a prior episode, is the rapid decline in interest rates this year that has put upward pricing pressure on the industry. Now, the second issue that we're dealing with being in a pandemic is that increasingly there are studies that indicate that even individuals who have recovered from COVID may have longer term consequences at the neurological level and other systems, kidney damage, maybe heart, the heart might be impacted for the long term. And unlike other forms of insurance that all of us are familiar with that get repriced year to year to year as we renew our policies, whether it's health insurance, auto insurance, or any other form of insurance, life insurers are asked to make a decision on pricing their product that will stick and is guaranteed for decades coming down the road. So they're quite cautious because it's been described in a sense as we're building the airplane while flying. Okay, they're being asked to make decisions today for a lot of unknowns, and so that puts pressure on pricing. But even more so than an upward pressure in pricing, what we're seeing are restrictions. So, for example, at the older ages in particular, some of our industry's brand name carriers, the ones we'd all recognize, they used to be able to offer $20 or $30 million of coverage directly to the customer without any concerns, even at ages in the late 60s, early 70s. Well, that is coming down rapidly. So one change is decreased coverage. So let's say you're a business owner funding estate taxes and you have identified a need for $50 million of life insurance. In the old days, that could have been done with one or two companies if you wanted to. Now it might take many more companies to put it together because each of them will only want to assume a smaller risk. That is one change. The other difficulty is it is difficult in many parts of the country to get insurance company exams. Sometimes it's impossible to get exams done because of what's going on. And so some companies will now offer up to a small amount of insurance, a modest amount of insurance, $1, $2, or $3 million of coverage without a traditional insurance company exam, labs, or even medical records. And while that makes it easier, it does require us to add additional layers of insurance in order to come up with a larger amount.
Well, Stefan, this is very fascinating. Thanks a lot for that information. Is there anything else real quick that you'd like to add for our advisors?
Yeah, I think the key is if you have a consumer or a business owner who is interested in life insurance, in the old days, we could show illustrations and then we'll think about it and maybe we start a trust and that takes a couple of months. Things are changing rapidly. If the decision is made to purchase insurance now, given that there is a clear trend of increased pricing, the best chance to lock in a low premium is do it sooner rather than later. Don't let illustrations go stale. So if it's been a couple of months since you last looked at your insurance options, talk to the financial advisor, to Patrick, get an updated quote to get the most current numbers for your insurance purpose. Thank you, Patrick.
Perfect. Thank you, Stefan. And as always, if there are any areas in which I may be a resource to you, I welcome that opportunity. Stay safe. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.